have you decided who you're voting for in the federal election?
Yeah, I decided that ages ago, obviously.
I think Dutton has a really enticing angle with the nuclear energy. I think a lot of people are going to be swayed by his opinions. What do you reckon?
I gotta go. I'm so sorry. I fully forgot. I have to go.
alright.
I'm really sorry. Oh god, that was way too close. She almost discovered me for the fraud I am. I'm not even sure what this election's about. Is this one for the Prime Minister or the local parties, state, federal? Oh gosh, I don't know. I hope it's the one for the Prime Minister. I mean, that one's less people to choose from. It might be a bit easier, I think. Gosh, imagine if my dad could hear these thoughts. He'd be so disappointed. Everyone thinks just because you live in Canberra, you know all there is to know about politics. Well, I'm sorry, I don't. Well, why would I even need to? I've got the ABC voting compass. ABC voting compass, ABC voting compass, ABC voting compass, ABC. Okay. Whew. Alright, no need to panic. It's okay. Let's do it. That girl in the dark room, that used to be me. I used to hide behind online quizzes, letting algorithms decide what I believed, so that I wouldn't have to. For so long, I lived in the comfort of ignorance. Politics seemed so boring, so negative, so exhausting, so I outsourced. Don't worry about it, I told myself. The ABC political compass has your back. Silly past me. But then, in my political belief and deceit course, when I learned about Nietzsche, I realized something. I was letting other people and other systems do my believing for me. I wasn't taking responsibility for my own political choices. So here are the 3 steps I took to become politically enlightened. Number 1, I never let an online quiz decide my vote again. From that day, Okay, I'll cut the theatrics. That's not exactly what's happened. I haven't become politically enlightened in the span of this 2-week course. I'm not even sure what that would look like. But this course, and particularly what we've learned about Nietzsche, has shined a light on something that I've been sweeping under the rug since I was 10, begging my dad to change the AM news to Triple J on the way to school. My political disengagement. I'm coming to the end of my 3-year bachelor's degree. I've studied sociology, gender studies, and philosophy, but I often feel so ignorant when people bring up specific political topics like policies or elections or things going on in Parliament. I've rationalized that ignorance in a few ways. Politics is tied up in everything I've studied, so I've told myself that the topics I really care about, related to power, inequality, gender, are already covered. And what I have learned has been largely depressing. It's made me feel hopeless and at times afraid of the world. And when I feel that way, the image that comforts me is of a future where I'm living off-grid and I'm mainly concerned with the people I love and the land around me. It's an ideal where I imagine I have more control over how much the political world affects me, where I get to choose how to engage and what to tune out. It's certainly a privileged ideal, and it might even be a bit cowardly, but honestly, sometimes it feels like the only way I could possibly get by. That's my sort of post-hope view of the world. The politics I engage with makes me feel depressed and powerless, so the best path forward is to cultivate some peace by detaching myself as much as I can from its systems and effects. That perspective didn't come from nowhere. It's a real reaction to what I've seen and studied. But I've also realized how quickly it can turn into an excuse. A way of letting my sense of hopelessness harden into political disengagement so that I don't have to look too closely at the parts of politics where I actually do have choices. As demonstrated by my hilarious reenactment, this mentality has leaked into areas of politics that I haven't properly engaged with at all. Our study of Nietzsche and truth has shown me how this mentality functions as a way of dodging responsibility for my political beliefs and choices. Nietzsche argues that we often hand our judgment over to some higher authority, God, reason, the facts, and then pretend we're just obediently following what is true, instead of admitting that we've chosen those beliefs because they're comfortable or useful to us. In a softer way, I've been doing this with the ABC voting compass, letting it think for me so that I don't have to when an election comes around. This has spared me the effort of genuinely trying to understand political systems and what's going on, and has given me an inauthentic placeholder for actual beliefs. So Nietzsche's ideas have reminded me that I'm responsible for my political beliefs, and forming a belief isn't simply ticking a box, it's actually doing the work of looking, being critical, and choosing. Instead of relying on truth, he pushes us to see our beliefs as things that we actively shape out of our own drives and values. A kind of small-scale will to power over our own perspective rather than submitting to someone or something else's. This has been the final course of my degree, and to be honest, I'm completely burnt out, so I'm not expecting to immediately become an expert on Australian politics. But I'm also really grateful that this is the note I get to finish on. A hard reminder that I don't get to float above politics and pretend it has nothing to do with me. I have a responsibility to at least try to engage before I decide what I believe, or decide to outsource it to a multiple choice quiz. And that's the pebble that I'm taking away from this course. A sharp reminder that won't let me sink back into the comfort of ignorance as easily as before. In practice, this might look like engaging with the news a bit more, learning about how our elections and parties work, having more conversations, especially with my dad, and being honest when I don't understand something so that I can use it as a learning point rather than treating it as a dead end. And who knows, after all that, I might still decide not to be actively engaged with politics all the time. But wherever I land, I'll know that the position I hold is one that I've arrived at more earnestly, rather than something that I've outsourced or passively slid into. So thank you, Kim, and thank you, Jad, for everything in this course. It's been really awesome to be a part of, and this is a pebble that will stay in my shoe for a long time. Thanks.